Maybe a wine.
Con Laban. That is here, right here, right there.
Hi, Naomi.
Hello there. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I want Steven.
Hello.
Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 minutes before we all get in our seats and have our guest speaker speak.
To come here.
Johnny keep going. That was running the house. It's a good lead. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 more minutes. Please eat and take your seats. The seating is limited, so get your seats. I didn't say nothing. young lady that was smartest, you know, the choir, the best seats in the house, so you must have got a prize, right? You didn't respond to that. You gotta be immediately, yeah. You said yeah. Folks, please take your seats. We'll start in 4 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We start in 4 minutes. We start, folks, in 4 minutes. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. You will be standing. The lumberman has to end over here. The lumberman has to end. You have to take your seat.
Thank you for coming.
I am your dessert, but it depends when you want it. You have to do that one, didn't you? Folks, please get into your seats as we start in 2 minutes. Well, thank you, Mr. Thank you, folks. Please grab your seats. We'll start in 3 minutes. Thank you. 3 minutes. We might be standing room only, so unfortunately those who don't get into the seats might have to stay standing. Okay. That's my third wife. So that way she cannot touch me. I don't care what you think. Folks, we start in 1 minute, except for me. who got stuck in traffic for 1 hour? Please join us. Please join us. And this loving couple who just got engaged, they can take their time. Thank you very much. Wow, we're getting seated. The photo shoot is still going on. Feedback, folks. How are you doing, my girl? कैसे आपके मिजाज ठीक है? सलाम दो आपकी.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
कहाँ से आए?
I'm from Dubai in Pakistan.
Thank you very much. It helps to know the languages, right? Folks, we're about to start in 30 seconds. We have Mr. Tony Badella coming in. Kind of late in the day, but he's here. Folks, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you have a cell phone, please put it on vibrate. I much appreciate that. You want to do live? You can if you want, but just don't let the phone ring. But we're going to have a lot of fun. I have a lot of stuff that I can give away to people, but I'm going to wait for the right moment. Is that fair? We've got an old gentleman here, Mr. Tony. Tony, sir, how are you? Long time no see. Come join us, folks. Are we ready, sir? Okay, folks, those who have not joined us, we are going to start.
No, let's.
Thank you very much. Okay. I know who did. I'm going to be honored to give these 3 books away. But first I'm going to give myself one. This young lady, she answered the question, so definitely she's there. Another gentleman who came in first. It wasn't him who came in last. The gentleman who came in first, where did he go? He's somebody here. I remember him. He came to the mayor's table. He came in at 5 o'clock. So the man is debating for the issue, but it's not true, but I'll give it to him. He's a thorough gentleman. I have this for the other gentleman. I know who he is. I will give it to him, otherwise it will slip in my bag. Nobody laughed, eh? Okay. It's supposed to be an Anglo-Indian joke. Folks, my name is Terence Washington. I'm your host for this evening. There's a lot of activity going on, so we're trying to speed it up. So we're going to make it a lot of fun. You're going to get a lot of very interesting coaching done by phenomenal people. So before I go any further, let me call one of the founders of Landed for Success, Mr. J. Jayakantan. Where are you? He loves to put me on a spot. Mr. J. Jayakantan, where are you, sir?
Coming.
So it's Christmas. Here we go. Boss man. There you go, sir.
Thank you everyone. So I hope you guys had a 1 hour of networking. So I want to let you know it's not over. We're going to have a small presentation, and then Kula is going to come and you get to meet and network once again, because you know at Landed for Success, along with my business partner Gordon, so what we are here today is purely networking and giving you the tools to grow your business, because we are like, look at the room and look at who's beside you. Like half the Toronto is represented here in the Toronto and in this room, I should say. And I'm very happy. With your permission, I wanted to bring Landed for Success members here for a quick photo op, and then I'll introduce the team, and then I'll give it to Gordon. Would that be okay with you guys? Along the way, we have some giveaways. We have Landed for Success book. We have Sudha is at the table if you guys wanted to go meet with her. And we have other authors here. We have Naomi, we have Varish, other members are here. So I'm going to bring Landed for Success members for May, and then we'll get started, okay? I want to call Varish to the stage. Varish, is he? I know. Come up. And I'm going to bring Chloe. And I'm going to bring Sudha, Shanmugaraja. Sudha, come to the stage. Lisa, Sati, and our community membership ambassador, Anne. Please come to the podium. And I also want to bring Aryan to the podium as well. These are our Landed for Success members. let's do a photo up. And give me 1 second, I'm missing one more person. Sumit, I wanted to bring Sumit to the stage as well. Sumit, are you here? Yeah, come up. He's the newest member. So we'll take a quick picture first. Where's Gordon? Gordon. Oh, Gordon. Come up, Gordon.
Good one. I like it.
People are like, I think maybe.
Look here.
Okay.
Straight. That's it.
I'm going to let them speak for a minute or two, so go ahead and introduce yourself if you want to go ahead.
Sure. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Myself Sumit, and I would like to thank you, the organizers, especially Jayat, who introduced and give us in a short time he introduced us there. And I represent KT Group of Companies. I belong to a KT Group of Company which is owned by CEO and founder Mr. Kana Silva. Under his supervision, we have successfully served to the clients in commercial cleaning services. And further, we expanded this year to other facility services, where the security services. Also, we have added employment solutions, and we have added the restoration services as well. So the aim is to serve the client for all the facility need under one roof. That is how we are coming up, and we are going in that field. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Now I'm going to bring our youth who are behind this event was possible. Especially I wanted to bring Jayshree, come to the podium. Swati, Ahmed, Patel, Shivani, and Branavi, and Bravin. And Adam. Guys, these are our, volunteers, our developers. They're from UFT, and some of them are from college, high school. I wanted to say a huge thank, and I will thank you for them for putting together this whole event, because as you notice, like this whole event is like from the registration desk to the desk at our Landed for Success. Come on, guys. Let's stand there. So, at Landed for Success, we believe like youth is the next generation that's going to take us, our organization, to the next level. And the reason I say that is the team works behind the scenes, and they're also, some of them are volunteering for the event that's happening today. So thank you guys for being here. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to bring Terence back. Terence, we can move on to the program. You can bring it.
Alrighty. There we go. I'm gonna put my glasses on for this one. Folks, this gentleman who I'm going to introduce, everybody knows him, but I will mention. It's Mr. Kula. So Gordon is coming now? Okay, I'm sorry about that. So, my God, I thought we were calling somebody special here. Okay, we're calling somebody special here. Okay, Mr. Gordon. So, my goodness, I had to go through all of this act for nothing. Mr. Gordon So, one of the founding members of Landed for Success. All right, give him a standing applause. Give him a standing applause. There you go, brother.
Thank you, Terrence. Hey, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey!
That's it? How are you guys doing tonight? Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, so I'm told I have 15 minutes, so I got 14 and a half minutes left now. So, Landed for Success. How many of you are here for the first time for Landed for Success? Thank you. Give yourselves a big hand. Awesome. I just want to know, like, who's come the furthest? Anybody, stand up for a minute if you are at least half an hour. Like you came took you half an hour to get here, stand up for a minute. Okay? Please stand up if you took your...
Yeah.
Okay, stand up. Half an hour. Okay. Give yourselves a big hand, you guys, but stay standing, okay? If it took more than an hour for you to get here, stay standing.
An hour? Yeah.
More than an hour, wow.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If it was more than an hour and a half, stay standing.
Yeah.
That is pretty amazing. How many people are still standing? Okay. Do me a favor, just tell us your name and where you're from.
Hi, my name is Casey Chauhan. I'm coming here from Brampton.
From Brampton.
Brampton West.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nusrat Chepi, and I'm a media host coming from Brampton.
Awesome. And I understand I'm going to be on your show.
Yes.
Is it going to be in English?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Nashaba Sarwar. I'm a real estate agent broker, and I'm from Mississauga.
Okay, is Mississauga and Brampton 1 hour?
More than.
Rush hour traffic. Hey, Annie, congratulations on your movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my name is Gunawan. I came from Indonesia. I am from not Europe. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's more than 1 hour. It's more than 1 day also. But yeah, 2 months I was here. 2 months ago. Yeah. Yes.
My name is Sumit. Now I can say I came from India. Today I came from Mississauga.
My name is Kazuri and I came from Mississauga.
Hey, amazing. Okay, so anybody here 2 hours away? Stay standing, at least 2 hours away.
Oh, that's a little too much for me.
Anyone? Stand up, sir. Tell us who you are. Where did you...
My name is Dwarka Prasad. I'm from Niagara Falls, so you know.
For 2 hours. Anybody else? All right, so stay standing for a minute. So I love to give you a gift. Anybody like gifts? So you mentioned Niagara Falls. In fact, 30 plus 1 resilient stories. It's all about resiliency, mental health, mental wellness. There's kind of like a Landed for Success series. Some incredible stories, and a good friend of mine, Jim Diodati, who's the mayor of Niagara Falls, he actually wrote the foreword in this book. So this is a gift for you for joining us tonight. Okay? Awesome. Anybody else from 2 hours away or more? Who's this? Naomi's from the UK. Okay, so why don't we do this? Let's give Naomi a big hand. Come on up for a minute, Naomi. And I do want to share something with you about Naomi and a quick story, a personal story about Landed for Success. Would that be okay with you guys? All right. So Naomi, come on up. Give her a big hand, you guys. Okay, Naomi, tell us who you are and tell us about your brand new book. Okay? You got 60 seconds.
Okay, my name is Naomi Watson, and I am the author of got this lovely book called Amazing Health. And this book is special to me because it's my journey through cancer. And I was told that I had a few months to live, so I chose not to have the chemotherapy or the radiotherapy, and I went natural instead. I didn't know what natural meant, but it was a journey. And you know, when you actually find out from this book how simple it is, you'll be amazed. It's not just for people like us who've had cancer, but for all of us. It talks basically about nutrition and exercise and water. We all know it. But do you know the effect it has on how a holistic lifestyle that you can lead and enjoy? So that's my book.
Awesome. Thank you. So this is Naomi's book. Her table's back there, so if you want to buy a copy of her book, grab it today, right? And have it personally autographed.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Signature's going to be worth money. Who's in blockchain? Who's involved in blockchain here, you guys? Anybody? Heard there's some blockchain people here? I mean, this signature could be worth money one day, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And then, Naomi, you were saying about...
Could I just ask for your help? I have reached, in Canada, we've topped it, but we need more signatures just to help me boost my thing. I've got a QR code here. If I just pass it, some of you have done it. You know, do you mind, please, just downloading it? It's Kindle. It's free for the next 24 hours. So just help me out. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Naomi. So, Naomi had spoke with Jay and said, "Hey Jay, could the Lander for Success team help you get to best-selling author?" And so this morning, Naomi in Canada is a best-selling author, #1 best-selling author. Give her a big round, okay?
Thanks both to Gordon and Jay for helping me get there.
Thank you. There's your book. Okay. Now, Naomi is #2 in the UK right now. Do you guys have any friends in the UK? Anyone? Okay, call them. Even if they're in bed, wake them up. All right. So if you can help Naomi, have them go there. Get a copy for free. She's #2 in the UK. She's #6 in the US. So let's give a big hand. Okay. Thank you, Naomi. I'm going to wrap up with this. In terms of stories, Lander for Success Untold Stories. Fresh off the press, we just got this today. And you got Terrence Lushington, who shared his story. You have Sutha, who's here, 2 of our authors. So you can buy copies of the book today, and you can get them autographed. One from Terrence or some of our authors. Here, $20. That's it, you guys. Tax, everything included. And I'll finish with this, if this is okay. You know, Jay and I. You guys know J. Jack Hampton? Who knows J. Jack Hampton in here? Right? So when Jay and I came together, we thought, okay, what can we do? And we thought, here we are, 2 immigrant kids. Any other immigrants in here? Hey? So here's 2 immigrant kids, and how are we doing on time? Am I over my 15 minutes?
Not yet.
How much time do I have?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. 5 minutes? 7, okay, but I'm going to try to wrap up here. Okay, hey, doctor. If you guys know Dr. Rhonda Kalu, you got to get to know her. So Jay and I said, okay, we're both immigrant kids. I came here from Hong Kong when I was 8. My parents came here when I was 8. Jay was here as a teenager, so we have different experiences, but both of us, you know, at least for me, I couldn't speak English. I was laughed at all the time. Can anyone relate to that? I hated school. Right? I went to school, I was picked on all the time. I would be called names, I'd get beaten up, right? In class, recess. I hated school. Can anyone relate to that? So I never liked school, and it carried on to high school. And if they would have given straight A's for playing backgammon in the school cafeteria, that would have been me. I mean, I skipped every class I could skip so I could play backgammon. And needless to say, I didn't do well in school. Didn't go to college or university, so I became an entrepreneur. And any other entrepreneurs in here? Yeah, so that's been my life. Real estate, entrepreneur, and so on. So that's my story. That's my story. And in my last year in high school, I had a 49% in English. Any major, like English majors in here? Right? Yeah, I mean, you guys were laughing. You see my post, right? Like, who wrote that? 49% is what I had in English. And so my teacher gave me 51%. that year. So I don't know if she liked me or she just wanted to you know how there's some people you want to promote out of your life? So I don't know, that's why I graduated. So today I would have never thought in a million years that I would be able to write a story, write a chapter in a book, along with Jay, along with our authors, and help hundreds of individuals become best-selling authors from all around the world. And I didn't do that because of me. I did that because we have an amazing team. Right? We have amazing editors. We have amazing folks who help each other share their stories. And I want to, just share with you that if you have a story, anybody here have a story? Everyone, you guys all have a story. Be proud of your story. It's your story. It's not anybody else's story. It's just unique. And I'll promise you, one day, maybe you've already told your story. Anybody have written a book? Some of you already have, right? And if you haven't, if you do, I'll promise you, your story, it's going to inspire, it's going to motivate, it's going to help someone. Yeah. And were we here a month ago? Well, thank you for coming back. Who was here last month? Okay, please come back next month and bring some friends as well. I started to tell you a story about a friend of mine, Robert Hollis. This is a story I'm going to finish with. Remember I mentioned Robert grew up in foster homes? He was bounced around in foster home as a teenager, and then he and a buddy stole a liquor truck as a teenager, and they figured when they got caught, like the cops caught him, and they figured we'll just get a slap in the wrist as the teenagers. He ended up going to a federal prison. So he gets out, and he decides he's going to turn his life around, so he became a mechanic, an auto mechanic. And so one day he's working under a vehicle, and the vehicle falls on top of him. And now he's injured, right? He's injured and he can't work. He's on workman's compensation. Now, would you agree, if anybody could complain about life, it should be Robert, right? My parents don't love me, right? I was given up, and nobody loved me. I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. But instead of feeling sorry for himself, he went to work. He got into the direct sales industry. Anybody in direct sales? He got into the direct sales industry. He made $48 million. He had over 48 people 48 people have credited him to help him make over $1 million in the direct sales network marketing industry. And that's what you call documentation, right? Remember Robert said documentation beats conversation? Like, Kula, let's thank Kula and the team and the staff here. Give them a big hand, like why we're here today. Something like Kula's documented. Does that make sense? So Robert's been documented, and his story, can anyone relate to that story, was inspired by that story? The reason why I want to share that story with you is Robert is actually writing the foreword in our next book, volume 4, this is 3, right? 4, Landed for Success, Untold Stories. So if you have a story that you think you would like to share, okay, please talk to Sooth over here at our table. I'm happy to have a conversation with you as well. There's going to be about 20 authors in the book. We're looking for maybe 3 or 4 more. That's it. All right? So, Landed for Success, Untold Stories. Love to hear your stories. Your story. Love to see you land for success as well. Thank you so much, everyone. Terrence, are you there? Oh, by the way, anybody who becomes an author, we have a VIP membership. You guys know that, right? So anybody who becomes a member, we'll make sure that we'll gift you the VIP Landed for Success membership as well. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Folks, give it to Gordon So. Thank you very much. I just want to add, before I get Mr. JJ on, that Gordon said if you go to Naomi and buy a book from her, or buy 2, I will throw in, I'm a speaker, I'm also the Master of Ceremonies for a big event happening on the 17th. So I will throw in a ticket for that as well for you guys. So if anybody does that, come see me. I'll give you a ticket absolutely free. It's worth $200, and there's a lot of prizes that come along with it. Okay? So join me for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Terrence. Before we introduce Kula, of course, Terrence is going to introduce. I wanted to introduce the team who's behind putting this event together, our event planning team. Of course, Terrence, you're already here. I want to bring Sudha to the stage. Sudha. And I want to give some notable people who are from Landed for Success. Dr. Rhonda, please come to the stage. Sona Sargis. Dr. Ronda. So, just want to take a picture. And Nishi, where's Nishi? Come on up, Nishi. The graphics all done by Nishi. Amazing job, Nishi. Thank you, guys. Thank you. One more, yep, sorry.
You got the pro behind you.
Yeah.
One more to go.
Yeah, one more, yeah. Thank you guys, because the event happens only one day here, but in social media we'll do it 365 days. That's why these pictures are very important, guys. Full disclosure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Folks, as we move along with the program, I'd like to bring a key speaker of this evening. And he not only owns this establishment, but he's well renowned. I have to mention his name as well as what he does. So I'm talking about Mr. Kula Sellathurai. He is an award-winning author. Action leads to success. He is an investor and venture capitalist, invested in multiple startup businesses. He's an entrepreneur since 1990. He's also a certified business coach and author, coach and empower entrepreneurs. He is the founder and the CEO of Intercity Logistics for over 32 years. He's also the founder and the CEO of Netwin Solutions, arrange large investments, funds for projects. He's also the founder and CEO of Netwin Place, co-working space for startup businesses. He is the president of the Canada Sri Lankan Business Convention. He is also the co-chair South Asian Philanthropic Council of Scarborough Health Network. He's a past board of director of the Rouge Valley Hospital Foundation. He is also the past president, Canadian Tamils Chamber of Commerce. He is also the past president, Canada Sri Lanka Business Council. Many business and government award recipients, including Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth II, Diamond Jubilee Medal given in 2012. He also received Her Majesty the Queen, Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee in 2022. First 25 South Asian Entrepreneur of the Year, 2013 Entrepreneur of the Year, and 2015 Uthayyan Awards. Please stand up and give a warm welcome to your man himself, Kula. After all that, they better stand.
Thank you, Prince. I really appreciate your kind introduction. About, I think 4 or 5 years ago, we were doing a mastermind class here. And one gentleman said to me on the phone, called me and said, I'm coming from Brampton. I won't be able to make it there, it's too far. This reminded me that somebody said, I'm from Indonesia. So I told this guy, hey, listen, you're able to make it from all the way from India to Brampton, and you can't come from Brampton to Scarborough? Come on. So when he said, I'm from Indonesia, I really thought about that, and that's the enthusiasm he has. Doesn't matter where you come from, but you want to be here to learn more and go from here. That's the spirit that you need to have. It has reminded me that story, so I just thought of sharing it. Friends, I want to share a story. I'm sure many of you know this koi fish, the black and orange fish you see in Chinese shops or in fish tanks and fish bowls and ponds, many places we can see them. Those koi fish, if you buy them and put it in a small glass bowl on desktop, they only go around 1.5 inch or 1 inch to 2 inch. The same fish, we take it from the glass bowl and throw it into a big pond. It will go about 18 inches to 20 inches long. Why? It's just the environment where you are makes you grow. The fish has this bigger environment to grow. It started growing from glass bowl to the pond. It's the same to us. When we are in the right environment, better environment, we will grow much better than where we are today. So this, that you have chosen to be part of some of the like-minded entrepreneurship and growth-minded people, it makes you grow. Most of us, what we do is it many times happened to me, I'm telling you. One insurance agent called me, walked into me and one day said, I know you have enough policies. I don't want to sell you a policy, but I want you to recommend somebody else. I asked him, what made you think that way? You are selling insurance policies, so you are helping me to buy enough insurance. That mindset will not take you to the next level because you already blocked your mind, I cannot sell this guy insurance. It's very simple. We need to understand we are in business to make money, make profit. Just not money enough. You have to make profit. It in business or even life, many things. We need to define our purpose. Why am I doing this? Why are you here today? Think about it. What's your purpose spending your time with us than spending your time with your friends or going to a park or your family, your loved ones? There's a lot of places you can spend it valuably, but why are you here? What's the purpose? The minute you define your purpose, that gives you a spark to grow. About a decade ago, or 9 years ago, 10 years ago, I got a call. I was running a good business, a logistic company working with banks and insurance companies, telecom companies. One day, I went to vacation with my family to Costa Rica, came back a week later. I had a phone call message or email message, I believe. They said, we wanted to see you, Kula, please come and see us. It's one of the bank. This happens all the time. We meet them for my clients, so I go and meet with them with the new projects, new things to change. So time to time there are meetings. So I said, it's one of the normal meetings, so let me go see them. So I went on Monday morning after the vacation. And this manager told me, well, I'm very sorry to tell you this, but as of last Friday, we don't need your service. Our department, our bank, that section is moving to another part of the province, very far from me. $3 million of business with that bank, just like that. So because last Friday, and my overheads are same, my employees are same, my vehicles are same, nothing changed, just loss of income. Think about it. I got this, I didn't know what to do. The only thing comes from, I have to die. How do I handle all these things? How do I manage my employees? How do I pay for my bills? And these are the things. Luckily, I always run my business without debts. No debts, even today or then. I do not borrow money to run business because business, not to borrow. Business always, I believe, to make the profit, have money. The banks are smart as selling us their money to make you grow, not profitable. So that one thing I learned from day one. I never ever borrow from banks. Maybe a line of overdraft protection, $3,500, $5,000, they give it to me automatically, that sits there. Other than that, credit cards. Current credit cards for rentals, vehicle rentals, or my personal expenses or business expenses. Other than that, no large borrowing. Imagine if I had borrowed $500,000, $1 million against my business, I would have been, they push me into bank. They will push me into bank. So, it was going for 3-4 months and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any idea because my mind is always focused on the negative side of it. How do I overcome this? How am I going to get this money back? What am I going to do with my business? This is what normal thinking. Then one night, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep. That's why I wake up. I said, listen, when I came to this country, I started a business about 3-4 years after I arrived, and I'm here almost now, 38 years now. So I didn't know any single person. I didn't have any business experience. I started a business with nothing and knowing nobody. But today, my business is so much, bringing so much of money. So does that mean now I know so many people, I'm in the field for so many years, and I know a lot of people and a lot of knowledge about business. So isn't that better for me to start a business again and run that? So I'll be successful. That gave me a thought. That's long story short. I had to sell my house to pay off my vehicle. I had to sell the vehicles immediately. I had trucks and vans and a lot of the logistic companies. So it was about $900,000 in debt. Not because I borrowed money, but because I had to pay sell the vehicles and pay the balance. I didn't want to go bankrupt. So I had to pay all my balance, negative amount that the vehicle lease and everything, I had to pay them back. So I went to my home, my wife at home. I said, listen, darling, we have to sell the house. And you know, the wives are nice when you are in a good position, but when you tell them you are selling, she said, this is the only property, only house I live. I want to live. This is my loving house, and I had babies here. Oh my God, are you going to sell this? What do I do? I understand, but we have a bigger problem than that attachment that you have to this house. We got to do something. Somehow I had to convince her after big struggle and fighting. And one thing I promised her, listen, I will definitely buy you a nicer house, much better house, that you will enjoy for the rest of your life than what you have here. So we sold, and about $900,000 debt I cleared on that, because I was running my business for 3-4 months without no income, less than half income. So I have to carry the same overhead. So that adds up to $900,000. So now I pay everything. So now I have free mind to think. I was thinking about my purpose. What is my purpose? Not making money. Then I realized what my purpose is. That realization made me to walk into the largest company in the world. I was able to walk in, call them, ask them, listen, I heard you are coming to Canada, and I want to be part of it. I have this experience, that experience, so I applied for it. This corporation came into Canada, and I applied. One day I got a call from a manager from Vancouver, British Columbia. Hey Kula, we are coming to Toronto to meet some people. Are you available? I said, yes sir, I am, anytime, because it doesn't matter, I will be available for 2 o'clock in the morning, no matter what. So he walked in here, he looked at my place, he asked me a few things, and he saw these medals and everything what Terence was saying, sitting in my room. He said, listen, we are going to approve you. We are going to approve you. And they approved me. You know, within the 1 month, I started doing business with them. With 7 vehicles again, started again. And now, within a year, or 18 months, I believe, no, a year, I was able to add $8 million my former income to where it is today. And that income going up and going up and going up. I'm still with them. In fact, we are one of the largest logistic company with that company. And also we are one of the best in the country, score-wise. So we do a lot of things with this large corporation. But because I didn't give up, and then I defined a purpose for myself. My purpose, I realized it's not just doing business to make money. I want to do business to fulfill my ambitions, other ambitions, helping people, building communities out there, go back and support people, educate business owners and entrepreneurs. So this gave me a lot of people after that, I was able to help. One of the young guy, called me over the phone and said, listen, I want to meet with you, because I was the president of the Chamber of Commerce at the time. He said, I heard your interview, I wanted to meet with you. I said, okay, come see me. He said, sorry, I'm living downtown. Young guy, I'm in downtown, I don't have a car to come to Scarborough. Can you pick me up at the subway station? I said, okay, I'll pick you up at the subway station. I picked him up from Yorkdale subway. I said, let's go for a coffee. And he said, I don't have money, I don't want coffee, I want to talk to you. I said, never mind, I'll buy you the coffee, come, let's go. So this guy came and he had an idea. He said, I have a great idea where I was struggling in my school time, that I was studying every part of mathematics, but I could not pass some part of, I think, calculus or whatever. Then they were failing me because of one section I wasn't understanding it. They failed me all the time. So I was a failing student in math and many other subjects because I didn't understand some part of it. So I'm coming up with the online education platform where the teachers can assess the students. The students also can learn which area they are weak so they can focus on that area. So he started a business. He said, I need your help. I don't know how to start business. Help me there. And then we want to get funding and all those things. So slowly we find investors, including myself, a little bit money. And that company started with $0 income. Today is, can anyone guess how it's the value of the company? $1 billion evaluation. It's a unicorn company. They are selling the school books. They are programmed to across Canada, across USA. I think now they are going into Mexico and they're going to go to other English-speaking countries, UK and Australia and other countries. Imagine if one man started with vision and he had a purpose, because his purpose is he struggled it. He doesn't want other children, other students to struggle through that same thing he went through. So the little investment I had, I think it's worthwhile over $12 million. So this is what we need to capture opportunities and then define purpose, you will be successful. Success always out there. The universe always ready to give. We should prepare ourselves to receive. A lot of time we give negative thoughts and we sabotage our success because we say, no, it's too much. No, I don't think he will teach me. I don't think he will answer my phone call. We tell ourselves who are excuses and then we end up losing ourselves. The other people are ready to teach you. Everybody out there, especially successful entrepreneurs, always want to teach other people. That's their purpose. And they know their path. And anytime people come to me and say, I want to talk to you and learn about from you, I say, hey, come. Just give me a call or just walk in, see if I'm free, walk in. Not saying I'm from Brampton, I can come too far. Then it's not going to make you anywhere. So you walk in, I'm sure there are a lot of other stories. Another company, right here, he has an office. It's called Pumpkin Cart. This company, he was a student during COVID, and he said, oh, I am designing something that I can do delivery, like Uber delivery, foods. But I said, why should I buy from you if your Uber is already there? Why should I use you? That's my question to him. He said, no, I am only delivering ethnic food, the South Asian, Mediterranean, Chinese type of ethnic food to the ethnic communities, and I'm going 10 kilometers instead of 5 kilometers which Uber delivers maximum. So then, I see that's a good idea because a lot of ethnic people look for their own food and they don't go to Uber because Uber charges a lot. Ethnic people don't want to spend money on delivery, then they will spend money on food. So he came up with a nice idea and that company started. I was the only investor. I didn't even believe, he wasn't even a landed immigrant, he was a student. And to trust him, government can send him out tomorrow if he's completing and there's no work permit. There's no immigration visa, he had to go. But I believe in his spirit. I said, let me try, work with him. And their company today, I think, over $20 million evaluated, and there's a lot of other investment people in their company. So when we believe somebody who has passion and purpose, that company becomes successful. So a lot of us have ideas, and we have a lot of ideas, but we don't know how to put it towards passion and purpose. The minute you define that purpose into your own passion, and then to action, that's what gives you the success. So who thinks you want to take action today? 3 people. Here, first 3 hands, I'm going to give you my action with the success. See, this is how you take action and win. Here. You came late, I saw that. You came after that. Sorry. I saw 3 people. This is how you become successful. Take action ASAP. When you have an opportunity, do not worry about it. Because I asked you, who want to become successful? They never answered. Just 3 people had the guts to start. And then I saw this gentleman there. This was after them. So this is right in front of you. I'm giving you an example. Why we don't become successful as we think Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs are successful people, but we don't realize it. I can be successful if I am putting the same effort and put my purpose before my money. Money always comes, guys. If you really look at your life, no matter how old you are or where you started, whatever you wanted in your life, really, desirely you wanted in your life, you would have had it, including coming to Canada. And so many of us are immigrants here. So this desire comes from your heart and you put it out there. May not be working on your schedule, but it will come. Because the universe has its own calendar and ideas and scheduling system, not yours. The universe always delivers what you want, but it's an on. When you are ready to receive, the universe will hand over. Many billionaires, many people become successful because of the instinct time and they were ready to receive it. So please, if you really want to become successful, prepare yourself, work with other people to receive. Be ready to receive. That's all you have to do. A lot of people thinking, oh, that's not for me, this is not for me. And what they end up in, a lot of people suicide. They kill themselves because they think I'm not lovable. Like Gordon was saying earlier. That's where the negative thoughts coming into your life. And then you're down. So this story I want to share. Another story. There were 3 bricklayers laying brick, building a large, huge building. They were all 3 of them are building, putting the bricks. So there was a guy, like enthusiastic guy, who wants to learn more about human mindset. He went to the first bricklayer and asked him, "What are you doing here?" The first guy said, "This is my job. I'm doing my job. My job is bricklayer. I'm just putting bricks on the wall. The building is coming up." Okay, good. He went to the next bricklayer and asked him, "What are you doing here?" Same question. He said, "Well, I have to feed my family. I had to feed my children. I had to bring food to the table. So this job pays me to do so. So I'm just working for my money." Great. And he went to the third person. He asked him the same question, "What are you doing here?" The third person thought for a second and said, "I am building a monument in this country. I'm building a monument, a large library for my future generation. I'm sure my children, grandchildren are going to study here, and this will bring many leaders to our country." Think about it. All 3 did the same job, but one had a different mindset. We all try to do the same business. Oh, that logistics is not good. The delivery business is too many competition. That is because our mindset limits that. The minute you have a unique product, you have a unique way of doing business, and your uniqueness will work with your success. Forget about other people who failed. I know I wouldn't start a porta potty business or moving toilets for construction workers and that and this, but there are a lot of successful business owners doing that business. So it is not what business should I do, what makes me passionate, what's the purpose of doing it, and then you believe in that. So do not compare yourself with a third business that didn't make well or another company didn't work well. We can see airline industry. Many companies in the world, airline companies are struggling. But then Dubai, Emirates, Singapore Airlines, there are many companies are flourishing. They are doing very successful globally because their mindset, their way of doing things, completely different than some airline companies in the North American sector. So this doesn't mean airline company going to fail. Their business is failing because the way they are operating is not what people want to see. It's not what the customers are expecting them to do so. This is one thing I want you to understand. Why you are doing it. So then you know my purpose is building this business for this reason. This young guy who started a company, his reason was he couldn't study, I want to help somebody else. All the kids who can't study the math. So his purpose was passing on the knowledge that he has today to learn other people, to teach other people so they can overcome that challenge and they will be successful. So the entire globe now is going to buy his program to teach the students. So this is something very clearly we have to understand. If we don't understand that point, why am I doing this business? No matter how much money you invest, it's not going to take you anywhere. One question. What do you guys think of what you need to start a business? If you want to start a business today, I'm sure many of you have been in business, but if you are starting a business, what do you need? The fundamental thing you need to start a business.
Drive.
Passion. Failure.
What? Failure of what?
Yeah, so I have a question. Can I ask?
No, failure of what? When you say failure of life, failure of
it not being successful.
Okay, let me tell you.
Giving up, right?
Let me tell you. You want to start a business, you need a customer. See, if you have a customer, you can start a business middle of a junction. You can buy a magazine and sell $1 extra, you can start a business. So when you have a customer, then only you are in business. This is something I learned later on, but now it's helping. I'm telling you, I get customers like this now because I look for customers, not for anything else. Why should we go for failure? If you are successful in the first place, why should you think about failure? Business needs customers. You don't need a better office, you don't need a multi-million-dollar bank loan, nothing. Just one customer. You start there. So this is something that we need to learn. And I am here to teach you guys. So Landed for Success asked me for their members to coach them. I'm giving a mastermind program. So I said, I'll have only 10 people. Mastermind program. Like any way you do that, we have to do very intimately. We have to make sure they understand the purpose, dig out of your heart and mind and say, why am I doing it? Then that's become very successful. I used to do double your income program. And there are people here who can testify. They tripled within the year time. But double your income in 1 year. There was a mastermind program and everybody tripled. There was a person who was supposed to come here, but the person didn't come. This person was into gambling, drugs, everything. So one day he came to me and said, it's not like he or she, whatever, came to me and said, I need your help. I'm done in my life. I don't know what to do. I said, I can coach you, but one condition. Whatever time I ask you, whatever time you can, when I ask you to come, you should come. Otherwise, you should be learnable or coachable. I want to see if you are coachable. The person said, yes, I am ready. I said, meet me on next Sunday 5 a.m. at this place, then we will coach. Because if this person go in the night time for other things, won't be able to wake up at 5. So I woke up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock and then get ready and came to the place. And we had about 5 people like that. So 5 people sitting in the restaurant and coaching them. And then one condition I put, whoever come 1 minute late or whoever come last will pay for the food. If you're all on time, I'll pay for the food. Isn't that fair? So 1 or 2 days, some people came late and they paid for it. They realized it is not. And I tell you, this person that who approached me is a female actually. Today, one of the leading bank officer in banking, mortgage and that kind of officer, and everybody know. Very successful. Her daughter went to UK to study and all that. There's a different story, but that person life was either this way, end zero, or make it happen. So there are ways of making people understand. When somebody wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, they are committed and they will be there. So this program, the same mastermind program, Define Your Purpose. We are doing it on June 3rd and June 10th, I believe, 2 Saturdays. Only 5 people. So if you really want to learn, define your purpose, and push your life to the next level, please join us. And I think one of them are going to support you. And I really appreciate. Thank you for being here and work with us. But yeah, somebody said question. I'm here to answer your question. Let me walk towards you. Any other microphone? Can we get Jay? Where is Jay? Get another microphone. Yeah, Sudha, you front the mic. Yeah. So please, one by one, any question? Give it to this lady first.
Hey Kula, this is Casey here. So my question to you is, I understand the purpose and the passion which you talked about. What about those who started at the age of 17 and reached 15, have tried a million times and still not achieved what they wanted to? What's your suggestion for that? Thank you.
That's the word, tried. They didn't do it. So, and you say, I'm trying to wake up. What does that mean? When somebody say, wake up, you say, oh, I'm trying to wake up. Either you're up or you're sleeping. What are you doing? Trying. So when you try, that means you are not completely doing it. Yes? So you said your answer, and I didn't say that. You said, I'm trying. Do not try. Just start and do it.
See, who is not ready? Everybody is doing that to receive, but still they don't get successful. What's your thing?
Yeah, exactly, this is it. Because they do not prepare themselves to receive. You have to prepare yourself. The preparation comes from what's the purpose? I just said, define my purpose, why am I going to do this, and then how I am going to do it, what's my next path. So the association, the connections, the people that support you, this is what gives that success. So again, the purpose, once you define your purpose and give positive mindset into your mind, simply, you positive thoughts into your mind and you become a positive person, simply you will become successful. That's my life. I'm telling you, I've been through, I gave it $20, like every immigrant comes to Canada, $20 or $40 in my pocket. Not a rich immigrant here. So this is all how we perceive ourselves and put towards the thoughts so I can get it. Today I don't speak any negative words. No negative words in my mind, my life. If somebody talk negative words, I just walk away from them. I don't even coach them. Because there's no point bring me into the negative zones. I just walk away from those people and meet right people who are positive. And there are hundreds of people out there, or millions of people out there who are positive. So why do we have to break my head with the negative people? So think this way. Stop talking about failure. Stop talking about what happened in the past. Stop worrying about what's in the future. We don't even know what's in the future. Just think, what can I do today?
Failure for me is a learning forum for itself.
So how long are you going to learn?
That's success, because if I fail, I get the experience.
Sure, but how long are you going to learn? So how long are you going to fail to become successful? That's yourself. You have to ask the question yourself. How long do I have to learn that experience? What is my length of learning before I become successful? You can become successful in 1 month, or 1 year, or 10 years, or even 40 years. That's up to you to decide what's the experience that you need to learn that path. Right? Thank you. Anybody else? Please.
So, like you said, that for a business we need a customer. Of course, we do need, but the person who doesn't know the plan, what business, how he's gonna implement those things in his mind, that is a contradictory for me.
Exactly. Yeah. This is what I said. Define your purpose. Why am I doing it? Then everything comes into your hand.
And then, of course, there are financials. If he doesn't have, how can he start it? Yeah.
Financial is not necessary. I started with $900,000 debt. Okay? Because I owe to the customer. I mean, not customers, the leasing companies and everything. So that $900,000 debt. So is that financially I had enough money to start business? So you can buy a magazine that everybody buys and go to a railway station and sell that magazine for $200 and you make $300 the same day. Okay, so there are ways of doing business, but what business makes you passionate is very important. There are a lot of ways to doing business, but it fits me, it fits my values, it fits my expectation. That's the question you have to ask yourself. The minute you are passionate, you are connecting to that business, things will work.
Thank you.
It is like you want to go to New York City, you have to define how I am going to get there. Am I driving? Am I flying? Am I taking a bus? It's up to you to decide that path or the mode of going. And then if you are driving, which border am I going to cross? And which highway am I going to take? And why I'm going to New York City? These are important questions before you even think about New York City. If you're going to by flying, or am I taking Porter Airlines, I'm taking Air Canada, I'm taking that airlines, or which airport? These are all afterward we have to plan. But then you decide, why am I going to New York City? Exactly, this life is same, businesses are same, no different. We all have that idea, but we don't put that to work. This gentleman here, sir, please.
Thank you.
Hi, Kuya.
Hi.
Thank you very much for all your wise words. The question is, some people want to get into business. Now, what advice should you give? Some people might get in the wrong business, so what things should they do so they either decide, maybe I shouldn't go that business, maybe I should do this to become successful? Because some people, they just don't know what they don't know.
Like earlier I said, there is no wrong business other than selling drugs. Okay, those are the wrong business. Printing money, maybe you can call them wrong business. There is no business is wrong, but is that for you is the question. Are you passionate about the business? Does that make you happy? End of the day you go home, I enjoy. I come to this place to play. This is my playground. So when I come here, I have employees, I joke around with them. I don't come to work, I just have to fun. Make it that way. My mindset is I'm going to play. It's like I'm going to a soccer field to play soccer. Many people hit my foot. Many times I get hurt. Am I going to walk away from the field, or am I still going to run around and kick the ball to get that goal? Think about it. So we go to a playground, no matter how painful it is, how I'm going to be hurt, but my thing is I have to kick that ball to the ball post. Same thing, the net is there. How are you going to play? It's it's in your hand. Okay? You can be in different positions, different businesses, but which position is playing, you play better. So big business suits you. That's what you have. Thank you. Any other question, guys, before I close? Wow, everybody knows things. Come on, ask questions, guys.
So there are several home-based entrepreneurs and businesses growing. What do you suggest to overcome the challenges and encourage more home-based businesses?
Home-based businesses like one-man operation. There is way of becoming successful. I think Amazon started in his garage, and many people started business at their home who are billionaires and successful businesses. I think Steve Jobs did the same. So it is no different starting business at home or building like this. It's not necessary to have a building like this to start a business. The purpose of starting that business. Steve Jobs started a business with a purpose. So his company is one of the world's largest, or is the largest company in the world today, because he didn't worry about where he started the business. He worried about my purpose should go around the world so people will benefit out of this purpose. That's it. So a question for you guys, anybody can answer this. You know Apple, right? Steve Jobs is the inventor, and Apple is around the world, and we all love that Apple iPhone. But do anybody know who invented Samsung? No. Samsung, the Android phones are the much better phones, very secure phones, and half the price, almost half the price as Apple.
No, see.
Not anymore. Not anymore? Okay, leave it that way. But I think it's still less. Android? No? Same? Little less. Okay. I don't buy Android, so I don't know. But used to be very less price. Why people line up for Apple? When the Apple comes 12 or 13 or 15 when it comes soon, why are they lining up? What market?
Leader, they are leader in their
perception. Samsung has
the premium product.
Who? Apple. Where is premium? Samsung is a better phone. Many government organizations and entities use Samsung phone than Apple, and they recommend that Samsung Android phones because they are safe.
So they are pioneer in the technology.
Build a culture. Build a culture.
You know the pioneers? Nokia.
BlackBerry for the
BlackBerry. Where are they? So there's nothing to do with the pioneer.
More used by youth.
No, it's not. The youth buys different phones.
Experience maybe? Because of the brand image. Experience?
I'll tell you why. When I ask you who invented iPhone, you all know who it is, right? But when I ask you who invented Samsung, I don't think anyone knows, or maybe one people don't really know. I don't know it still. The reason we are connected wholeheartedly to the iPhone because Steve Jobs made our life simpler. He made that device and we say, oh man, this man made our life much easier. Instead of flip phone and that and define this, everything comes into one palm. So we are connected to the inventor or the CEO of the company, then we love the product. So again, the purpose connected to the people, so people love me, people connected back to me. Yes? Correct? Relationship. So you make people solve the problem, so they will come back to you and help you. One more, Sudha, please. That lady there.
So how do I get one of your books now that you've given away all the free ones? How do I purchase them?
You can purchase anytime on me. My people will help you. And then that lady there.
Thank you for your words. What you said is exactly correct. It's about the personal brand. It's about the personal brand story. It's about the personal brand story.
Okay.
It's how Steve Jobs was able to take something as large as a corporation that he runs in Apple and make it individual to all of us as people. And we were then able to relate to his story as though it was our story. Samsung's biggest mistake, similar to what Nokia made, is that they did not relate their brand to the individual.
Yeah, this is simple. That's what I said. And again, you have to understand, Steve Jobs was fired at the first time because he didn't do a good job. So he went back and defined the purpose. Why am I doing? Then they rehired him after some years, and then he took over the Apple. So you have to understand, Steve Jobs didn't do it the first time. He was fired. He was kicked out of the company, and then he came back. So this, you are right. That's what I exactly meant. We connect wholeheartedly with him, and then we are successful. So define a product or service that you want to do in business to become successful. That has a purpose.
Okay, one last question. So how to overcome the challenges in the initial years, right? For any business, yeah, I have the purpose.
How to overcome the challenges like any business, right? First 3 years you are experimenting, right? Like that is the toughest phase. Then once you are started servicing, right? So before it goes to rewarding, right? So how to keep handle the challenge? If I get like a couple of liners, so that from your experience.
You were born as a baby. Till today, I'm sure you faced with many challenges. Are you not? As a baby, to crawl, to walk, and everything. But today, you are a somewhat successful man. I can see the way you dress and you're handsome and everything. How did you overcome that challenge? How did you overcome the challenges from a baby to where you are today? There will be challenges in life. There's no way that you can see, I'll have a comfortable life, I'll sleep on an ottoman and money is going to come ching-chak, ching-chak. No, it's not like that. Challenges will come, but we become, we are able to handle those challenges and divert them towards our success. We need to handle challenges. Without challenge, if somebody asks you, sit down, I'll pay you food every day, don't have to do anything, will you be happy? You need challenge. Without challenge, life is boring. I like to come here and challenge things. In the morning I don't have any challenges, then I'm very unhappy. We need to have challenges. Challenges make us go fast and go strong and do something. Human life. That's why the word problem and challenge have same meaning sometimes. But use the word challenge instead of use the word problem. I don't use the word problem because problem means mankind or human go away from it. I don't want to go into the problem. But when you say I have a challenge for you, yeah, let me see what it is. If somebody on the Facebook can see find the X out of the 200 Y's, then we look for it. right? If somebody says a problem, can you find out what the heck? I don't know what the problem is. So this is the difference. We all are towards challenges. We love challenges. We will become successful when we are challenging. But when somebody says there's a problem, you just walk away from that area. So this is the two different, same word, but the attitude is different. Thinking is different. The thought process is different. So let's look at challenges as positive for us and divert those positive energy into your success. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate the evening. And please, if you really think that you want to become, honestly, I don't do this many times, but this time Landed for Success asked me to do. So I just wanted to give back my time. So go and register with them and become successful. Thank you. All the best. Yeah. Jay. Nishi. Jay. No, I need a book from that library. Jay, can you get me a book from this, please? Thank you. You want to take a picture? Go ahead. Just one book, man.
One book.
Thank you. Since you are so interested.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
See you guys.
for everything, Jay.
Break Sudha.
Sudha, can you come on stage, please? By the way, folks, I did want to mention to you the guys that whoever bought a book from Naomi, I do have a ticket, a free ticket to give you to my grand gala event.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming here today. I'm not going to take much time. I'll keep it brief and simple. My name is Sudha Arulanantham. I'm a Landed for Success VIP member and also a 2-time best-selling author with Landed for Success. I'm a realtor. I've been a teacher with the Appeal Board for 23 years. But I'm not here today to glorify my story, but I'm going to tell you a part of my story that might make a difference in all of your lives. A couple of days ago, actually, first of all, I'd like to ask you, how many of you think life is a blessing? Raise your hand if you think life is a blessing. That's right. Life is truly a blessing. I'll tell you a small story. A few days back, my son, 12 years old, over the weekend, he usually comes to the kitchen and hugs me from the behind in the morning asking for breakfast. And I turned around and kissed him. And I said, you know what, my life is a blessing. And he's like, what do you mean by that, Mom? What do you mean by that, Amma? And I told him, there was a time in my life I asked God for one thing. And that one thing was more time. More time. Something that a mother would deeply feel, and fathers would deeply feel as well. I told him, there was a time when you were 2 years old, I asked God for more time. More time to play with them. More time to spend with them. More time to create memories with both my kids. He was 2, my daughter was 5. There was a time in 2013 I thought I would not make it. Every single day I would go to bed thinking that I would not wake up the next morning to see the face of my kids. And till this day it's very trembling because I'm coming from a community where we don't talk about mental related health issues. And it's a taboo. And everyone told me not to reach out for help. And for so long, I did not reach out for help. One day I woke up and I told them, I'm not listening to anybody. I'm going to listen to myself. There's a voice inside you, always screaming, asking you to listen to yourself deeply. Listen to that voice. I listened to my own voice, and here I am 10 years later. All the things that I've been mentioning. I'm a very successful realtor. I'm a high school math teacher, 2 times
best-selling author, thanks to Gordon and Jay, for giving me a platform not only to write, but to share my story with the rest of the world. There was a moment I hit rock bottom. There was a moment I thought I would not be able to see my kids grow up. There was a moment, the most scariest moment, for my kids not to remember me if something were to happen. That extra time I asked was a blessing. And for you guys to take your time out of your busy moment and be here and to be able to share this space along with each other is very special to me. If you have more information that you'd like to know about my story or becoming a VIP member or member with Landed for Success, this is the platform for you to make change. This is a platform for you to come out of your comfort zone. Right here, you're here for a reason. Take advantage of this time. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everyone. Terrence?
There you go. Thank you. Okay, folks. We're not getting to close, we're just beginning. How's that?
So yeah, before we get the networking started again, you're free to network, but I wanted to, one of our members' birthday today, so I wanted to bring her up and wish a happy birthday to Dr. Rhonda. And she...
Dr. Rhonda Kalu.
It was her birthday and she came here.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Rhonda. Yeah, why don't we sing it?
What if I sing it to her?
Let's do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rhonda. Happy birthday to you. For you. There we go. I know you love reading. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll get the networking started, and we have members. If you want, you can feel free to network and walk around. I'm going to call a few of our members to come and introduce themselves and their business. Arian, you can come. Venyan, Chloe, like the members who are members who become member this month. Feel free to introduce yourself in the mic. Thank you, guys. Feel free to network and grow. And if you guys one more thing, Kula's program, we have a desk here. If you choose to get the mastermind, go and see Sudha or one of our volunteers. They will be helping you out with the program. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next month. Thank you.